For more stories like this, hit the like button and subscribe so we can create more videos like this. Once upon a time in the floating kingdom of Erwin, a realm of soaring islands and sky ships powered by pure dreams, lived a quiet, unremarkable stable boy named Elian. He worked in the Skyknight barracks where majestic griffins and wind dragons rested between missions and where legends walked the halls in shining armor. Elian's world was filled with magic, but he had none. While others held glittering wish stones, gems that gave power to those born worthy, Elian had only calloused hands, bruised ribs, and a dream so outrageous it was considered foolish. He wanted to become a Skyknight, but only those born into noble bloodlines, trained in elite academies, and chosen by a wish stone could hope to wear the Skyknight's crest. Elian had none of these things. He slept in the hayloft, swept out griffin feathers and polished armor he would never wear. But at night, when everyone slept, Elian trained. He practiced sword swings with wooden planks, studied discarded flight charts, and built gliders out of old sails and bent wood. Every day, he fell. Every day he failed. But every night he climbed back up. The other trainees laughed at him. "You'll die with a mop in your hand, stable boy." Even the griffins seemed to snort at his efforts. But Elian didn't care. He wasn't doing it to prove anyone wrong. He was doing it because something inside him whispered, "You were meant to fly." The day the sky cracked one fateful morning, as Erwin's twin suns rose above the clouds, the skies darkened with a roar unlike any other. A storm serpent, long believed extinct, burst from the western horizon. It was massive, its body as long as a cathedral, its scales crackling with thunder, its breath a whirlwind of destruction. The alarm bells rang out. Citizens scrambled for shelter. The Skyknights were on a mission days away. There was no one left to protect the capital. No one, except a stable boy. Elian didn't hesitate. He raced to the old observatory where a dusty prototype glider lay forgotten under a tarp. He'd helped repair it once and he knew it could fly. Barely. He strapped himself in, tightened the makeshift belts, and whispered a prayer to the wind. "You've failed this city once," he told the glider. "Don't fail me now." Then he jumped. The glider caught air just barely. It bucked and dipped, shuddering as it soared into the roaring winds. Below him, lightning struck towers, debris flew, and ahead, the serpent writhing through clouds, turning its gaze toward the city square. Elian didn't fight the wind. He danced with it just as he'd trained on those stormy rooftops. He twisted through air currents, skimmed past the serpent's whipping tail, and climbed until he was nearly above the creature. From his pouch, he drew a makeshift flare sphere, a trick he'd invented using stable dust, dragon scale shavings, and dreamstone powder. He hurled it high. Boom! A blinding flash erupted in the sky, blinding the serpent for a split second. It screamed in fury, thrashing in confusion. That was all the guards needed. From below, ballista bolts fired. One hit, then another. The serpent shrieked and vanished back into the clouds, its form disappearing into the storms from which it came. Elian's glider collapsed mid-air from the strain. He crashed hard in the city square, broken wing, broken ribs, but alive. A crowd gathered. At first they stared in stunned silence, then cheers, loud, roaring cheers. But something even more incredible happened. As Elian lay on the ground coughing, something pulsed faintly beside him. A soft glowing light in the dust, a wish stone. formed not from nobility or prophecy, but from pure, unstoppable will. A stone that recognized the heart of a warrior before the world did. That day, Elian was no longer a stable boy. He was knighted on the spot by the queen herself. Not because he had a title, not because he had magic, but because he earned it. Moral: you don't need to be born with greatness. You don't need permission to chase something impossible. What matters is the effort, the grit, the sleepless nights, the unshakable belief in your dream. When the world tells you you can't, keep building wings. Because you can achieve anything not by waiting for a wish stone, but by becoming the kind of person who no longer needs one.